Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Righteous Command TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. We had the Kalenjin young MPs, especially the first-time MPs, complaining about Kimani Ichung'wah, complaining the dominance of the Gema nation. And what they were saying is that Kimani Ichung'wah is high-handedness. They were saying Kimani Ichung'wah is a proud guy, is a tribalist, and is somebody who is not fit to be the leader of the majority in parliament. And in politics, there are no coincidences. When you hear or you see something happening in politics, know that it has been properly planned to be executed. So these guys were just executing what is in the hearts of many Kalenjins, and actually even in other tribes. Because what happened is that Kimani Ichung'wah led the appointment and when it comes to appointment of the chairman of committees. So most of the chairpersons of the parliamentary committee, in the National Assembly, and in the Senate are Kikuyus, especially the lucrative committees. So these committees, like the budget, for example, is headed by Dede Nyoro and others, including the transport. Utapata wengi ni wa Kikuyu. Ni jambo ambalo haliwapendezi watu wengi, hususan kutoka the other tribes. So what they are doing is that they have targeted Kimani Ichung'wah, and according to them, they are saying this is the person who is bringing problems in Kenya Kwanza. So this actually problem in Kenya Kwanza. Again, if you look at Kenya Kwanza, you realize that Mudavadi has not been attending in meetings where Gachagua is. And even Wetangula, you really find him when these guys are in meetings, including the meeting that was held in State House. These two guys were not there, and we only saw Kenya Kwanza. Again, when you look at the face of Kimani Ichung'wah and Dede Nyoro, you see people who are in pain. You see people who are bitter. You see people who are under siege, because they are very different from the way they used to look. Because this one tells this story. So when you add this into what the sentiments of the young Kalenjin people are saying, the young MPs, the first-time MPs, what they were saying, then you see that something is happening, something wrong is happening to William Samoei Ruto's party. Na jambo moja ambalo tunajua ni kwamba what many people did not realize is that Ruto asked his UDA supporters to vote for Winnie Odinga. In fact, they are the one who voted for Kanini Kega. And without these guys, Kanini Kega maybe could not have won these elections. That is for the ELA, East African Legislative Assembly. Why did this happen? Because why did William Samoei Ruto tell them to vote for Winnie Odinga and Kalonzo's brother? The first reason, in my view, is to appease the Rural Nation, is to make sure that they are not bitter. You want to cool that bitterness, kwa sababu ya vile ambavyo kulitokea ule mgawanyiko ulitokana na ule uchaguzi wa 2022 August. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba Ruto is trying to do anything. Again, the reason why he told them or why they voted for him is because, William Samoei Ruto knows very well that Raila is a fallback plan. And if the rebellion from the Gema community was to occur, if the mountain was to rebel against William Samoei Ruto, what will happen is that he believes that other communities will troop into his government, which in my view, I think is a wrong premise, which in my view, according to me, it may not happen. So I would like to posit that William Samoei Ruto can see this trouble. But the good thing is that this guy is a good negotiator. He can negotiate with other communities. He can even work with Raila. I don't know why people have always found it very difficult. Whereas I not support Raila to work with him, I think Raila can easily work. Raila can work with anybody. The only person he cannot work with is only the devil. But any human beings who is communicating can negotiate or can work with Raila. And people don't know that it is Raila who ensured that Uhuru Muigai completed his term. Without Raila, this government could have collapsed. Uhuru's government could have collapsed very early. So the risk involved here is that if the Gema decide to unite with Azimio, you realize that Ruto will be finished completely. Politically it will be finished kwa sababu atakuwa ameachwa na bila watu wa kumshikilia kwa sababu I don't think the Gema would mind even to impeach William Samoei Ruto, because the person who would benefit most is Rigathi Gachagua. And this is one motion that can easily sail in both houses, both in the National Assembly and in the Senate. And Gachagua would be declared president, and he would complete the term. It is possible. And you remember, it was said that during the first time, William Samoei Ruto had planned to impeach Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. If it happened that time, if it could happen that time, if it was planned that time, if they could think about it during Uhuru's term, they could also think about it this time round. Hivyo ndivyo mambo yanavyotokea katika siasa. Again, jambo lingine ambalo tunaweza kuona ni kwamba the mountain are the one that are the basis upon which the UDA government is formed. Without the mountain, there is no government, I can tell you. That if you remove the support of the Gema Nation, there is no way that Kenya Kwanza is going to stand. And people like Ndindi Nyoro are aware of this. People like Moses Kuria are aware of this. And people like Rigathi Gachagua are all aware of this. And I'm telling you, they are reaping big. And the other tribes are complaining about the dominance. They are complaining about this idea of being dominated by the Kikuyus everywhere you go, because the Kikuyus normally will go where there is money, kwa sababu wakiona kwamba hii kamati itakuwa na pesa, hili jambo litakuwa na pesa, kwa sababu they are deal makers, and they are very happy when it comes to making deals. And I'm telling you, the first mega corruption that will be witnessed in William Samoei Ruto's government will be led by none other but the people from the mountain. These are the people who will dare William Samoei Ruto, and these are the people who dip their hands in the cooking jar. And these many projects that William Samoei Ruto has promised, especially the building projects, the housing projects, kile ambacho kitatokea ni kwamba you find the Kikuyus there. You see them everywhere. Kwa sababu ni watu ambao wanapendelea sana kujipata katika ile hali. When I saw Moses Kuria tweeting how GMO food, maize and what will be allowed duty free in the country, one question that came to in my mind is he the one who is supposed to sign this, what you was calling the instruments of power, so that traders will be allowed to import duty-free maize? Is he the one, or the CS Treasury? I didn't understand this, and if you are there, maybe you can advise. Because if you ask me, Miss Moses Kuria is saying a deal here. It's a deal maker, just like any other Kikuyus. Kwa kile kitatokea katika serikali hii ni kwamba serikali itaweza kuwa na migawanyiko mingi sana. And when the other tribes realize that the Kikuyus are making a lot of money, because for sure in this parliamentary committee, they are making a lot of money through sitting allowances, through chairing the various committees of the house. So when the other communities realize that these people are making a lot of money, what will happen is that the other community are likely to rise against the Kikuyus. They are likely to be bitter. They are likely to be annoyed. And that is what is happening in the mountain, in the Kalenjin nation. And when you listen to them, I think they have a genuine case. They are complaining. And I think William Samoei Ruto must have a plan B. If, for instance, the Gema Nation does not support him, what is he going to do? And afraid, if you are looked at William Samoei Ruto, if you have been listening to him, he has not been very hard on Raila Amolo Odinga. He has not been very hard. And, in the past, he would even respect him, would call him mtu wa kung'oa reli, mgaga, nini, could use any derogatory term. But these days, he has softened a bit. The person who sees Raila everywhere is Rigathi Gachagua. Because, Rigathi Gachagua knows very well that William Samoei Ruto would go to Raila Amolo Odinga or to the Azimio part in case of any problem if he's cornered by the Gema Nation. Because in politics, anything can happen. Politics is just about interest, and people always think about their interest. And again, betrayal is very common. Betrayal is an obvious thing in politics. So in the fullness of time, this thing is going to happen. Lisamwalo lipo na kama lipo laja. If you look at even what Ladema or Ekina is tweeting, he's also tweeting about the same. Because ukiangalia hapa na hapa, utaona kwamba this is what is happening. If you look at their faces, it tells a story. If you listen to what the Kajino are saying, it tells a story. If you observe even the sitting arrangement at State House, when Kenya Kwanza was having a meeting and was being chaired by William Samoei Ruto, it also tells a story. When you look at the situation on the ground, even the nomination, the election of the East African Legislative Assembly MPs, especially on the side of Azimio, it tells a story. And I don't know what you think, because if you ask me, I can tell you there is a rebellion in the mountain. This guy is coming towards Man Black Africa. Take a minute to like this video. If you are not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and may you have a blessed day. Till next time, bye bye.